It looks like Judge Mathis, the man we all thought had his life perfectly in order, might have been living a double life. His son, Greg Jr., just dropped a bombshell, claiming that Mathis has been secretly gay and involved in relationships with multiple men behind closed doors. Linda Mathis, wife of 39 years, seemed to have had a sudden change of heart. And now it makes more sense, her decision to divorce wasn't as random as it seemed. The drama is reaching a fever pitch with these explosive allegations coming straight from Mathis' own son. Greg Jr.'s revelations about his father's secret life have everyone talking, and it turns out that the picture-perfect image of Judge Mathis and Linda as a couple goals was just a facade. Linda is clearly done with the situation and is moving forward with a serious divorce. This isn't just a minor shakeup. It's a major scandal that's about to unfold. Taking a break nonsense, Linda is officially filing for divorce, citing those classic, irreconcilable differences. But we all know that's just legal jargon for some serious behind-the-scenes drama. You might have seen their red carpet smiles and thought they were the perfect couple. But it turns out things weren't as rosy as they appeared. Judge Mathis himself admitted to slipping up and neglecting Linda, which led many to suspect he was cheating. We all assumed he might have been unfaithful with a woman, with even rumors of an outside baby floating around. But hold on, because the real story is even wilder. The latest buzz is that Judge Mathis wasn't just neglecting his wife. He was allegedly living an entire secret life.
I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be example for other men, cautionary tale.
Word on the street is that Mathis was involved in secret parties, relationships with multiple men, and a hidden lifestyle so elaborate it could rival anything from Narnia. It's hard to believe, but these allegations are turning out to be crazier than anything you've seen in his show. While Linda was at home, Mathis was reportedly out there living a double life, and it's about to get even more scandalous. And I'm not talking about some innocent. The streets are buzzing with some wild gossip about Judge Mathis. Apparently, he might have been stepping out on Linda with multiple men. Can you believe it? All those business trips and late nights at the office might have been a cover for some serious down-low activity. Rumor has it that Mathis was involved in secret parties with his alleged lovers, events so outrageous they'd make even the wildest reality show look tame. I'm not saying it's definitely true, but if it is, it's no wonder Linda's feeling so neglected. Remember how Mathis admitted he was slipping up in his marriage? Well, it sounds like that might have been just the tip of the iceberg. If these rumors hold any water, Mathis wasn't just neglecting his wife. He was leading a double life. I know what you're thinking. Mathis always talks about family values on his show. But sometimes, those who preach the loudest have the most to hide. If these allegations turn out to be true, Mathis has been hiding a lot more than just a few late nights. Been hiding a lot. But here's the real. Despite all this drama swirling around, Judge Mathis is acting like it's business as usual. The ink on those divorce papers was barely dry before he was spotted at the airport, jetting off as if he had no care in the world. Now, I'm not saying that proves anything, but it definitely raises some eyebrows, doesn't it? And let's talk about the fans for a moment. People are completely stunned. We're talking about Judge Mathis, the man who's been doling out advice and judgment for years. Discovering he might have a secret life was not on anyone's radar this year. While we can't say for sure what's true, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and right now, there's enough smoke around Mathis to set off every alarm in the city. The real kicker: Mathis isn't saying a word about the cheating rumors. He's sticking to his story about neglecting Linda, but seriously, after 39 years of marriage, you're telling me that's enough to end things? It's hard to believe, and there's got to be more to this story. Greg Jr., Mathis' son, has recently come out as gay, and his journey to living authentically might have shed light on some things. What if his new perspective has revealed more about his father's secret life? Greg Jr. seems more than ready to spill the tea, and it looks like the drama is just getting started. With his daddy, that nobody was talking. Sometimes, when you start living your truth, you start seeing through other people's lies. Greg Jr. was initially worried about coming out publicly, fearing it might tarnish his dad's image. He was a grown man hesitant to be himself because of his father's high-profile TV show. That's a lot of pressure, y'all. But here's where it gets wild. As Greg Jr. worked on embracing his own truth, he began to notice that things weren't adding up in his family. They say the truth will set you free, and while it certainly freed Greg Jr., it might also spell trouble for Judge Mathis. Greg Jr. had a heart-to-heart with his dad about the importance of being authentic and not hiding who you are. But it seems that conversation made Greg Jr. realize that his father wasn't exactly following his own advice. According to an insider, Greg Jr. had been keeping a lot of secrets, worried about how revealing them might affect his father's public image. But once Greg Jr. started living his own truth, he couldn't ignore the discrepancies in his father's life any longer. It looks like he's opened Pandora's box on a whole new level of family secrets. And let's be real, y'all, this is shaping up to be a major scandal when you're part of a high profile. In a family like the Mathis, you're usually expected to keep things under wraps. But Greg Jr. decided he had had enough. Allegedly, after seeing how his mom Linda was being treated, he chose to spill the tea about his suspicions. Here's the kicker. Greg Jr.'s coming out journey might have been the catalyst for all this family drama. He's faced his own fears about public reaction to his sexuality, but those fears seem minor compared to what his dad might have been hiding. For years, the Mathis family presented a flawless, happy image to the public. But now it seems like Greg Jr. took a wrecking ball to that facade, revealing the cracks that were always there. I'm not saying Greg Jr. is out to destroy his family, but once you start living your own truth, it's hard to ignore others living a lie. If the rumors about Judge Mathis living a double life are true, Greg Jr. might have felt it was time for the whole truth to come out. Now let's talk about how this family drama is spilling into the public eye. Ever wonder why a man who preaches justice on TV can't seem to keep his own house in order? Judge Mathis is facing a different kind of trial in the court of public opinion. The tea is hot, and everyone's sipping it. Remember how Mathis was all about saving his marriage? Well, his actions are telling a different story. Despite claiming he wants to fix things with Linda, he's still putting work first and jet-setting around like it's business as usual. If my marriage were falling apart, I'd be canceling everything to make things right. But Mathis seems more focused on saving face than saving his marriage. Meanwhile, while Mathis is preaching about fighting for his marriage, the streets are buzzing with whispers that he's still carrying on with his alleged side activities, alleged boy toys. Come on, you can't be talking about reconciliation on one hand while sneaking around on the other. Pick a struggle. This has people questioning everything they thought they knew about the Mathis family. One minute, they're seen as the ultimate family goals, and the next, they're falling apart faster than a cheap weave in a rainstorm. This drama is casting Judge Mathis in a whole new light. People are starting to wonder if the persona he's been projecting on TV is just that, a facade. If Mathis can preach about family values while allegedly leading a double life, what else has he been hiding? It's like discovering your favorite superhero is actually the villain in disguise. And let's not overlook Greg Jr. His coming out story has ignited conversations about acceptance and secrecy within the Mathis family.